Welcome to Black Nouveau. This is our edition for December 11th, 2013. I'm Joanne Williams. Most of our program this week is seasonal. We'll meet two cast members from the Milwaukee Repertory Theater's production of A Christmas Carol. Liddie Collins will introduce us to the Ebony Ice Ski Club, and wait till you see Liddie on skis. And we'll talk about Career Youth Development's annual Christmas Toy Drive. Let's begin with art. It can be part of everybody's life. Earlier this year, a group called Insight spent months gathering visual artists, government, community groups, and about $40,000 to bring art to Fond du Lac Avenue. Boarded-up windows and empty lots mean a neighborhood is going down. But when attention is paid to a neighborhood, attention from artists who see the blank windows and open areas as canvases waiting to be decorated, life begins to return. That's what a coalition of artists and benefactors saw on Fond du Lac Avenue, and they brought new sparks of color to the street.
Temporary public art can lead to really permanent change.
Take the front of the building that houses the Sherman Park Community Association. It was drab brown, no life, until painter Robert Bird, who calls himself Mr. 3130, joined the Fondy Art Project and brought his inner vision to the outside walls.
This is an elaboration of my imagination. This is a piece I call Life is Free. It emphasizes on how life is free and how once you transcend your desires, the experience of life is free. Every day you wake up out of bed, you don't pay to continue your journey every day. It's not until your desires kick in, you pay either emotionally or financially to satisfy those desires. But other than that, life is free.
Art has changed his life. He learned to appreciate a freedom of expression when he was away from his neighborhood.
I went to Pulaski High School. Unfortunately, I was dropped out due to my nuisance, but I did obtain my diploma while being incarcerated. One of the benefits of being incarcerated, you have time to kind of think of yourself and not focus on what everyone else is doing.
Well, what sent you to jail?
Being hard-headed, I was selling drugs and whatnot, trying to be like everything, trying to depict what I seen on TV. But me being incarcerated gave me the opportunity to kind of see who I really was, taken out of that environment, and it was history after that.
This now color-drenched wall is one of several projects located on and around Fond du Lac Avenue from 17th to 37th Street. Several of the artists and organizers gathered in Johnson's Park to talk about their projects. Two of the artists, Reginald Baylor and Lacey Coppins, couldn't join us. Each project has a different meaning for the artists, and they want to convey different feelings in the neighbors who will see the art. Anushka Peck built birdhouses in the park with patterns reflecting the quilts used by slaves as road maps to freedom.
Used to be Samuel Brown's farmstead at one point, and became a stop on the Underground Railroad, not far away from here. There are a number of elements in the form itself. The quilt patterns that you see on the different faces all represent patterns of quilts that were used during the day primarily to help people move on the Underground Railroad. It helped people locate and wayfind. But with the arrangement and the sort of site within a park as a gathering space, I wanted to kind of offer up some sort of area for people to unite.
It's about 2 blocks north of the Fondy Food Market on Fond du Lac. It's called the Green Urban Flow Space, and it's for lack of a better word, a tricked out greenhouse. It's 2344, I believe, 2344 North Fond du Lac.
So how does that relate to the people who live around Fond du Lac?
Well, everyone needs healthy food, so I'm sort of offering residents an alternative way to grow food, healthy food year-round.
Okay. Through art?
Through art, through found materials in the neighborhood, through repurposed materials that I've had just lying around, and also that I found in the neighborhood as well, and constructing them in a way that is beautiful, but also is functional. I was inspired in a large part by Mattie Bell Wood's quote, "Do something constructive to help other people." So I constructed a structure to grow healthy food.
Joseph Reeves wove the words of Milwaukee Courier columnist Maddie Bell Woods into chain-link fences along the street. She reported on Milwaukee's social scene almost until she died at 102. How is that art?
Well, it's art because it informs people, because it adds some color, some vibrancy. People respond to it. I've had a lot of people come up to me and really say that they think it adds something really nice to the neighborhood. So I think on purely an aesthetic level, it definitely works. But then it also functions to inform people about this, person who really needs a little bit more credit as far as Milwaukee's history goes.
Did you ever meet her?
Absolutely not. I wish.
Oh, you should have met her.
Really
She was
should've.
very, very cool. Chelsea Waite chose those boarded-up windows and doors to make her statement.
I did a piece titled "The Color Within Shines Bright." I painted on foreclosed properties or boarded-up properties. My imagery, a lot of people think it looks like leaves. For me, it's kind of a watery shape, and it's about the energy within, both within these old buildings that have been neglected a bit, but also the energy that's within the home and within businesses, and just the energy that people pour into buildings by caring about them.
The products are a collaboration of the Neighborhood Improvement Development Corporation, Sherman Park, Johnson's Park, and the City of Milwaukee. All the remaining art will be on display until summer 2014.
Although this is temporary, in terms of the way it's brought together partners on the street and different people together, it's going to have a permanent impact.
Merry Christmas to all here! Out upon Merry Christmas!
Those are scenes from A Christmas Carol, the Milwaukee Repertory Company's annual holiday offering. It's playing right now at the Pabst Theater. We're joined by Melody Betts, who plays the ghost of Christmas Present, and Craig Wallace, who plays Marley's ghost. Welcome to Two Ghosts. Melody, you've played a ghost before in Christmas Carol, right?
Yes.
What did you play?
Last year I was the ghost of Christmas Present.
Okay.
I originated this new kind of African-esque ghost I don't believe I've ever seen done before, but they allowed me to do that, and it's been a wild ride. I love it, and it's been well received.
Well, is it scary?
No, the Ghost of Christmas Present's job is to bring the spirit of Christmas, the spirit of Christmas. So I am all things joy and compassion and kindness. So my ghost isn't scary. You might want to ask Craig
Well,
about it.
what about your ghost? Bob Marley's pretty scary.
Jacob Marley. Yeah,
Jacob Marley.
He's
He's a singer. Jacob Marley's scary. Well, how about your character?
in life, Jacob Marley was ambitious, and he was mean. He wasn't compassionate, and now in the afterlife, he's suffering for that. Mm-hmm. He happens to see Scrooge going through the same things that he went through, and he comes to Scrooge and says, "I'm going to send you 3 spirits. And these 3 spirits are going to help you change your ways, because if you don't, you'll end up like me, who is suffering in chains and who's walking the afterlife without any redemption." So,
now, from the description of your character, you'd think that A Christmas Carol was not a very family-friendly show, but it is, right?
it's very family friendly, yes, because some of the things that you get to see through the spirits are people experiencing the joy of each other. You look at the Cratchits, for instance, they're very poor, but the love that's in their family is immense. So it's not all about money. You look at Scrooge's nephew, Fred. He throws a big lavish party, and the camaraderie and the joy of the season permeates that party. And Scrooge gets to see that, to sort of see what he's missing.
Well, let me ask, this is the first time you've played
Yes,
a ghost.
yes.
Is it the first time you've been in Christmas Carol?
No.
What have you played before?
I played Christmas Past about 20 years ago.
Uh-huh.
So I'm kind of new to Christmas. I'm certainly new to this one. I'm actually from Washington, D.C. Our director, Aaron Posner, I've worked with him several times, and he asked me if I wanted to come to Milwaukee to play the Ghost. I said, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well, Melody, you've done the show before. You've been the Ghost of Christmas Present before.
Yes.
How do either of you do a show that's been done over and over and over again, and it's done every year in Milwaukee? How do you make it new?
Well, with the unveiling of the show that we're doing now last year, it was a whole new spin on the story. I believe it was Aaron's vision to make it more relatable to everyone. And so one of the things that helps us to make the story new is that every time we get on the stage and prepare ourselves to perform the show, we keep in mind, first of all, this could be someone's first time seeing this. So we have to approach it like it's our first time as well. And then it's really important that we always tell the story. When you put different actors into different parts, no matter if the show has been done before, you're always going to get a different spin on it because everybody brings something special and something new to it. And also, it's live theater. So even though we're doing the show and it was done last year, there are many different things that are new about it, but every day it's different. It's never the same because it's live.
And every day things can, I won't say go wrong, but things can change during the course of the production, right? Have you had things change during the course of the production?
Well, sometimes it happens without us wanting it to happen.
Right.
You know, the intent is that we're going to tell a clean story. But, you know, we're talking about moving objects. We're talking about distractions. We're talking about children, a lot of young children. So there's always a chance that something will go wrong. But you know what? We keep rolling.
The show must go on.
And the other thing to remember is that, especially for people that have never seen it before, never seen our production before, they don't know what's wrong and what's right.
Right.
They only know the story that we're telling them in the way in which we tell it.
And it's a more diverse cast.
Yes.
It's a very different cast than some people may have seen before.
Yes.
You like that?
I love it because it makes us all remember that we're all human. We're all here together. We're on the same playing field. I feel like you were talking earlier about it being a family show. The story of redemption is for everybody. It's for young and old. It's for skinny, not so skinny. It's for everyone. And so there's something that everybody can relate to, and not just that, but no matter where we are in life, we all have the opportunity to make some changes for the better.
And this is a chance for people to come and see people making changes.
Yes.
And see a good show for the family. It's
Yes.
The Christmas Carol, the Milwaukee Rep's production for 2013-14. Go and see it and see these two ghosts. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
A Christmas Carol continues at the Pabst Theater through December 24th.
My teacher taught me in half an hour, and I've perfected this heel now, and I'm going down again. I mean, I love this place.
And this place is Cascade Mountain, located in Portage, Wisconsin. The Ebony Ice Ski Club from the Milwaukee area brought people here to learn and have fun outside. The ski club promotes winter sports, skiing, snowboarding, and hiking. The club functions all year round.
We actually started doing snow tubing. We do have a couple members who do cross-country skiing. In the summertime, we go do Saturday morning bike rides. We do camping. We meet at Jazz in the Park.
But skiing is their main love.
We live in Wisconsin. This is the perfect sport to do. I mean, we got the ski hills in our backyard. Why not be a tourist in your own backyard and love it all year round?
Sheila Payton started skiing 30 years ago with a black ski myth that is still prevalent today.
A former co-worker of mine suggested I come skiing with her one day, and I thought, black people don't ski. But she said it's a lot of fun. I was in my 20s at the time. She said, well, the parties are great, you should come. And once I realized that it was going to cost a little money to go, I said, well, I might as well learn how to ski. It keeps you in shape. You enjoy the outdoors. It gives you something to do in the winter, especially in a place like Milwaukee. I mean, you can either sit around and wait for the snow to go away, or you can do things that are enjoyable. And so it gives you an opportunity to get out, to enjoy the outdoors, to be with people that you like, and to just have a good time.
I saw you skiing. Are you new to it or not?
Yeah, this is my first time.
Are you kidding me?
It's my
You
first
look good.
time, and I'm having so much fun.
Why are you doing it?
Because my school, I go to Concordia, and the group I belong to, MSG, we came with the ski club. I just wanted to get the experience of it, just to try it. And I really like it, so I'm gonna try it again.
You make it look so easy.
It's fun. It's scary when you're coming down real fast because I can't stop.
I'm really excited to see younger people doing this, because I think one of the things that keeps life interesting is expanding your horizons and thinking about things that you can do that are out of the box.
All right, you guys ready?
The ski club has a Learn to Ski program. Each year they have people from throughout the Milwaukee area participate in a 4-week program that teaches them how to ski. On this day, I was one of those people learning how. Being a newbie, I had to learn some things. Eunice Thomas, president of the Ebony Ice Ski Club, showed me how to pick a ski boot, how to put it on. This thing is like this, so this can go over the boot.
Right.
I had to learn how to walk in the boot.
Like I'm leaning forward. Right.
Pick a helmet. Is that the way it's supposed to go?
Pop it. Okay.
Pick skis.
It's usually on your shoulder,
And learn how to carry them.
so you don't hit anybody in the head. We usually find a lot of our members and the Learn to Ski people by word of mouth and friends and family. Once they're in the skiing and they realize how much fun it is, it's like they found another niche.
Skiing can be expensive. Eunice gave suggestions on ways to cut down on the cost. And one way, bring your lunch.
If you need some ski pants or ski jacket, Goodwill, Value Village, secondhand stores always have abundantly of ski apparel. We all have hats, we all have gloves. We just need a nice pair of long johns and a long pair of wool socks.
And then on to the lessons.
See, we torture you for a little bit, then we give you something easy. To the right, throw the right foot, right edges. Good, stop where you're at. And you guys do this. What's that called? I call that the snowplow.
I can't tip. It's not tipping. Then, voila, me coming down a slope on skis. Even though I fell because I could not stop, it was fun, and the surroundings pretty.
It's pretty. And it's a high that you can't buy with anything else. You can't buy this high.
This high that's gotten from skiing down a hill keep people joining the Ebony Ice Ski Club.
We actually have a lot of members who actually, they raised their kids and they, did what, the proper thing, get the kids out the house. Now they're back and they want to do something that they want to do in the winter, and they've actually came and learned how to ski with the club.
Those are pictures from last year's toy giveaway. It's called Little Kids That Santa Forgot, But God Remembered Through Your Gifts of Love. It's sponsored by Career Youth Development Incorporated, and this is the 29th annual event. It's being held on Friday, December 27th. James Nelson Sr., who is Director of Community Relations for CYD, joins us. Welcome.
I'm just glad to be here, Joanne.
29th? Wow. I didn't realize it's been that long.
Yeah, it's been 29 years. And as you well know, Janetta Robinson's granddaughter was the person who started this program, and she was named after Janetta, so we call her Little Netta. So at age 7, she was seen on Christmas Day giving her gifts away. Mom, Grandma had bought her toys, her friends were over for Christmas, and they said, hey, what's going on? These kids are leaving out with toys that we bought for you. She said, Mom, Grandma, they said they didn't get anything for Christmas. Besides, on the 27th, 2 days later, I'll get more gifts because it's my birthday. And so it's just amazing the compassion and the love and the thoughtfulness that this young girl at age 7 had.
I bet you can't even guesstimate how many toys you've given away in 29 years.
Oh, yes, I can. I would say about 29,000 individual toys.
That's amazing.
And it's fluctuated through the years, and you can't predict how many you're going to give. Some years it was over 1,000. Last year, I think it was like 925 individual kids aged 12 and under.
So CYD has been operating for longer than that, though. What's going on now in 2013?
We are doing great, Joanne. You know, we have a great foundation that we stand on. We're going into our 43rd year. CYD was founded in 1970. So we have a lot of great programs that are very beneficial to our community. So we're looking forward for another great year in 2014 as well.
Do you hope, though, that eventually you won't have to offer some of these services? The society will have changed so that people won't need CYD anymore?
Well, ideally, you want to go out of business, just like with prisons and so forth, because then there's no need, you know, for us to be here. So my answer is, yeah, I would love for all this, you know, stuff to go away, so to speak, the social issues that we deal with our clients and customers on a daily basis. Sure, we would love to have that go away, but it hasn't gone away, so here we are.
What are some of the services that you offer now?
We have a partnership with MPS. You know, we have a high school. Mr. Lawrence Raw is the principal. We have an AODA and mental health day treatment facility, which Mr. Sterling White is the head of. We've got the first-time home buyers program with Shirley Lowry. And, you know, once again, our signature program every year is the little kids that Santa Claus forgot, but God remembered through your gifts of love. We strategically and purposely have it after Christmas. So this year is Friday, December 27th. We know Santa's getting a little old, so he forgets. We have to call him back. And, of course, Charles, you know, Butch Walton, he'll probably be Santa Claus this year. I know his identity, just like Superman.
Well, you're not supposed to give that away. Maybe you
I said maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Watch that word now, maybe.
Could it be you?
Yeah,
Have you ever been Santa?
No, I'd have to stick a pillow in my belly and, you know, do a lot of different work. But, you know, there's a lot of kids who wake up on Christmas morning and there's nothing under the tree, even if they have a tree. These gifts are a way of saying we love you. You're important. As adults, we're responsible for kids having a roof over their head, a warm meal, you know, a warm house, you know, because it's wintertime. And these gifts symbolize that someone cares. A lot of these kids will not get anything.
Since you've been doing this for so long, have you had people come back as adults who came through as kids?
Oh, you better believe it. We have a tremendous amount of what we call alumni, you know, who come back. Matter of fact, one of your producers is one of the first young ladies to participate in CYD, none other than Liddie Collins.
Oh, okay, great.
Bet you didn't know that, did you?
I didn't know that. We learn something new every day when we're here. Well, thank you, James Nelson Sr., who's with CYD, and he's talking about, this is a long title, Little Kids That Santa Forgot But God Remembered Through Your Gifts of Love, Toy Giveaway, which is going to be on December 27th. Thanks for coming and talking with us.
Thank you for having me, Joanne.
And thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
And before we close tonight, I'd like to remind you that Milwaukee Public Television is currently in a membership drive. If you enjoy Black Nouveau and the unique kind of community coverage that we provide, please join us and become a member to support our efforts. You can become a member online at our website, www.mptv.org, or you can call us at 414-297-8020. Whatever your contribution, whatever you can afford, will be appreciated.
This is Everett Marshburn, one of the producers for Black Nouveau. The news of Nelson Mandela's passing came as we were finishing the editing of this week's program. Next week, we'll have a discussion of his life and legacy.